Hey, everybody, and welcome to day 10. So, we're 10 days in, and things are going phenomenal. I'm very, very pleased as to the feedback that I have been getting thus far. So, here we are, day 10. On this day 10, I wanted to talk about if I had the opportunity to go back and talk to my 25-year-old self. If I had the opportunity to go back to talk to myself when I was 25, what would I say? I probably would need the next 25 years to have that discussion. I think life is supposed to go the way in which it is supposed to go. I try not to live my life with any regrets because I just believe that every path that we've taken was the path that we were supposed to take. But what if you did have an opportunity to go back in time and just have a conversation with yourself 25 years prior? Probably the number one thing I would tell myself is definitely save money, make better money decisions and take care of your health. When I was 25 years old, I was at the prime of my bodybuilding. I would have made sure that I told myself to remain vigilant when it came down to health and fitness so that I didn't have to work as hard as I have to work now. I think another thing that I would do is make sure that the friends in which I had then, thank God I still have some of those friends now, just to make sure I stay connected with them. And I would tell my 25-year-old self to make sure I did that. I think when it came down to love and the men in my life, I would probably just tell myself to let them all go. Just keep it moving until you get to your 40s. It's probably the one thing I probably would have said is when you meet the guy at the gas station, keep it moving. Don't give him your number. Keep it moving. I would probably, tell myself those things to talk about cycles within my life, and do those things. But it's so funny because I, other than money and health and fitness and so forth, I don't really think I would really have much advice for myself back then. It's funny because when I saw that this day was coming, I was like, oh yeah, what am I going to say? And I really don't. Like I think we just do what we're supposed to do. I mean, there's probably quite a few of us that if we did have that opportunity, there are specific things in our lives that we would go back and say, don't do this or do this, or possibly do this, stay connected to this, go to school, finish school, do those things. But, I think I would just tell myself just to make sure that as you go on in life, if you want to lessen your stress, be properly prepared. So you're not going into everything in the unknown in fear. We've covered that on one of the days. I just think I would like to have told myself, go into it fearless. Trust yourself, trust your judgment, trust everything that you're going to do, and stop listening to others. One of the biggest things I learned in my 50 years about advice, and as we grow and we get advice, advice is to always be taken from an expert. And what I mean by expert is I don't mean like a professional person, somebody with 25 degrees. What I mean an expert is that if you want advice from someone, this is what I would tell myself 25 years ago. If you want advice from someone about relationships, talk to someone that's been married for 30, 40 years and find out what they've done. If you want to have personal wealth and understand money, talk to someone with money. See, anything, and this is what I've learned in my 50 years, is that anything you want advice on, you have to seek out those that have achieved it in a phenomenal way and talk with them. Because here's the thing, advice is advice, it is advisement, it is not meant to be duplicated. You know, you can take something or something that people have done or have doing, like I'll give you a perfectly good example. You ever notice that someone lost weight and they tell you exactly what they've done, and then you try to duplicate exactly what they've done and the result is not the same? Thus, I prove my theory. What I'm telling you is that advice is just advisement. Watching what others do and then trying to duplicate what they do is not possible. You're not them and they are not you. So I've learned in my 50 years is to, if I went back and talked to myself 25 years ago, I would say go in a path where there is no one and make a path for others to follow. Trust in your leadership ability. I would also tell myself that you are going to be blessed with an amazing daughter and be vigilant with her and be supportive, and you will be the best mom you can ever be. And you're going to be very happy with the product. You're going to be shocked, but you're going to be pleased. I would tell myself it's okay to be sad sometimes. It's okay to be lonely sometimes. It's okay to want to be alone. I would also tell myself 25 years ago, look, your next 25 years is not going to be easy. You're going to be broke most of it. You're going to be sad quite a bit of it. You're not going to like the way a lot of things turn out. You're going to hate almost every relationship you have had that you're going to have for the next 24 years. You really will not be successful in love. But it's okay. See, because if I got a chance to talk to myself 25 years ago, I wouldn't just want to talk about the good that's going to happen. I would want to properly prepare myself for the bad. And I think that's legitimate. See, it's just like people that go to fortune tellers and tarot card readers wanting to know the future. But when in reality, when they do that, is they go and they don't want to know about anything bad. I mean, who does? I mean, think about it. If I paid someone 25 years ago to ask them about my future, and they said, well, hey, by the way, you're probably going to be broke for 24 of those years. Like, how, I'll be like, can I have my money back? Like, especially since I'm going to be broke. Or if someone said, you will not find love for 24 years. You'll be in a horrible marriage. You're going to have a kid out of wedlock. Like, you got to think, if you're getting all of this information, you're like, my God, I'm doomed. Like, not realizing that at 50, I would be living a phenomenal life. Phenomenal. There's still some twerks. There's always going to be some issues, but 2019 is my year. And I would tell myself that 25 years ago. I would be telling myself it's going to be okay. God got your back. But I tell you, I saw in these 25 years how much my daughter balanced me out. Her strength, her ability to just change my tune of how I may be feeling is more than I can share with you. And I would tell myself that. Like, I would tell myself, you don't know it, but in 5 years, you got to think I'm 25, I had my daughter at 30. If at 25 I told myself I was going to have a child at 30, I'd have laughed. Like, ugh. Because you know how I said a couple days ago, we live by this, oh no, I'm having kids by this time and this and that and the other. God laughs at when you say you've got these timelines. So if you think back on this day 10 and you say to yourself, what would I tell myself 25 years ago? Nothing. There's nothing to tell. But what if you could? What if you could go back and talk to yourself 25 years ago? What would you say? Think about that as we move on to day 11.